Hey everyone, it's Jen and welcome back to my channel and to my public speaking series. My goal of this series is to give you tools and confidence to become a better public speaker, whether it's for a small presentation or a large one. So in today's video, I'm sharing with you 5 different ways for presenting for impact over the phone. I know a lot of you are in sales and you do cold calling or you have to present to customers over the phone because they're just not available to meet in person, or that's just like not an option. So I have put together my 5 top tips for presenting for impact over the phone. So let's get into it. Number 1, you want to make sure that your voice is clear. Now that might mean putting a headset on, using some AirPods, earpods, whatever that might be. You want to make sure that they can hear your voice. I've been on a lot of calls where if the mic is here and you turn your head this way, you can't actually hear the person. Their voice goes out, comes back in, it's too quiet, it's too loud, and so just make sure that they can hear your voice. Now, how are you gonna know that? Well, test it out. Grab a colleague and say, hey, can you go into that conference room and can I give you a call and you let me know how my voice sounds over the phone? Am I too loud, too quiet? Do I need a different type of microphone? So use them for help and make sure that your voice is clear and loud enough. Not too loud, but you know what I mean. Number 2, this one is so important. You wanna smile while you talk. That may sound like something that's super basic or cheesy and you've heard it before, but I can tell you that it works. If you smile, people can hear that across the phone. Now, you're not like laughing, you're smiling, and that is coming across as pleasant, upbeat, and positive, and it is really great when you are presenting over the phone. It helps you make that impact instead of sounding just like you're like this, and then you're just talking, and then your voice is going in and out. And like, that's not interesting. No one wants to listen to that. You're not gonna close the sale because of that. You want to sound excited and upbeat, and I already said upbeat, but make sure that you are smiling. There's a reason why it's called smiling and dialing, because people can actually hear that over the phone. Number 3, use hand gestures. I know they can't see you, and I'm using hand gestures now, but when you use hand gestures like you would in person, it helps you pace your conversation, it helps you add more impact, it actually helps your voice inflect, and it just really adds to the overall presentation value when you're talking over the phone, because you need to make impact and you're not there, they can't see your body language. You have to be able to show that body language through the phone. So if you're smiling and you're using hand gestures like you would point if you were in person, you're going to make more impact in that phone presentation. So related to that, I mentioned inflection. You want to make sure when you're presenting for impact over the phone that you're using inflection in your voice. I mean, you always want to make sure you're using inflection, but over the phone, it's very easy to kind of get in the zone and just talk, and you're like staring at your stapler or your computer and you're just talking and talking, and there's like no reason to use inflection. Well, there is, because you want to be impactful. So by using the hand gestures, making sure you have inflection, you will have a more impactful presentation. Now you're wondering, how am I going to know if I'm doing this? Well, it's funny you ask, because I've done a video on different ways to practice for your presentation, because practicing is the #1 key to success for any sort of presentation, whether it's in person or over the phone. So if you practice, one of the tips in there, by the way, is to record yourself. So in this case, since you are presenting over the phone, you can just use the voice recorder app, which is already built in. If you have an iPhone, I'm sure other phones have it. If not, there's probably a free app out there. And you just record and you hear how you sound. Now, will that be cringeworthy? Probably, but it's okay. You're gonna learn a lot from it and you're gonna understand, you're gonna be able to tell, was I smiling during that one? Was I using hand gestures? How was my inflection? And it's really gonna help you improve your overall skills. Number 5 is to pause for questions. Now, I've done so many phone webinars and trainings, and I can tell you that pausing it's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. So while you're presenting, you're talking, you're making your points, but you can't see the people on the other side of the phone. So you don't know, are they like looking confused? Are they are they just kind of like bored? I don't know. You have to ask questions and pause for those questions. When people are on conference calls, hopefully they're being like polite and putting themselves on mute. And so know that it takes an extra awkward moment for them to find their phone, unmute themselves, and then talk. I can't tell you how many times I've been like, great, do we have any questions? Awkward pause. And then just as I'm about to talk, someone goes, oh, sorry, I was on mute. Yes, I have a question about X, Y, and Z. So make sure that you include those pauses and you're asking for questions, and that will make for an overall impactful presentation over the phone. So those are my 5 tips for presenting for impact over the phone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave in the comments below ideas for future videos that you want to see. I'll see you in my next video, and good luck in your presentation. Bye.